The correct answer. Project Zomboid. Let's watch the family die.
I can't have a game.
Imagine not having the game.
What's up?
Imagine Steven going live.
I mean, going
Doing
live.
Great Ace Attorney.
Where's the volume?
You have to turn it up yourself.
I muted it.
My heart was in my mouth the entire time.
Hey.
Throw away on. There it is. So you... Where's the talking?
We're talking. There is no talking in it.
Talking about us.
Yeah.
I don't know, this is your character.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer.
Regret it. Forget it. It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to be inside a courtroom again.
Ha 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 ha! Stupid fuck. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. The one that we didn't believe in until you somehow... Miss Jezella? Yeah, sorry. Miss Jezella Brett. A student from Great Britain, is she?
That's what I've been trying to tell everyone from the start.
Why does he have a fucking katana on it?
Is this olden times? Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my power of observation are one thing I am sure of.
Yes, I can see that. So about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene. Away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that?
No, I didn't see any of it. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself, then on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there's a gun lying on the floor. And just after I bent down to pick it up, bang.
Very sus.
I didn't have time to think about where the sound was, the gunshot had came from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheep. A sheet.
I mean, to be honest, it was pretty close. I mean, both the same.
And he bundles me up into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen.
Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay.
Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside the dining area.
Oh, they don't... Oh, we don't even know who this is, so we'll have to just neutral voice this. Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. It's probably the old man. Bung.
There you go, Nathaniel, you can be an old man.
Professor Mickey Turby? Turba?
There you go.
Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say.
Yes. It seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial.
Our modern country, still in its infancy. Our justice system, even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all that they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled.
Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I am the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway.
What? What are you saying, Kazuma?
So that's your stance.
So I'm getting tangled up here.
I was afraid you'll feel that way.
Kazuma!
Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man.
They both just look at you.
Me?
Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case.
To think about it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim?
Yes, I did. As you are probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor. Yummy.
It's Yumi, probably.
And it was I who invited him.
Oh, I see.
Hold up. Audio.
This voice is on, but where's the voices?
No, the voices are like objection and all that.
Objection!
Sorry, we gotta turn the music off. Oh, I didn't know that before.
Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible.
But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide.
Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quench your case?
Quash.
Quash? But I have no doubt that you pair. I just don't understand. That's not proper English. I have no doubt that you pair. What's a you pair?
That is proper English.
That is.
That is.
That
That
you
you
pair.
pair.
Okay, I have no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight to the last. Best of luck.
Bye!
Thank you!
Now then. I need you to run me an errand at the university at once. And you gotta do your...
Well, no,
me
that's still you
There's
again.
something I think we may need. Girly girl.
Us. Good luck, Kazuma-san. Sama.
Bye!
Fades away.
Oh, fuck, what was the voice I was doing for the bell leaf? Wasn't it like...
Defend it now! Court recess is over! Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once!
Oh, fuck, that was kind of close to, It's time. Let's go back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before these old fossils know what hit them.
Kazuma?
What?
Thank you. Really.
What for?
Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then... Fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now.
Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend.
Coming for you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up his dreams of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So, this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely can't afford to lose. Alright then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial.
You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from the Yumi cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. Ha ha ha.
You cheap bitch.
Yeah.
2nd of November, 2009 PM. Supreme Court of whatever that says. Big word.
Bonk. Who wants to be judge? Nathaniel, do you want to be judge? With a deep, gruff voice?
Nathaniel?
I think he's practicing.
Yeah, you want to go be the judge with your deep, gruff voice?
The court hereby resumes the trial of Runosuke?
Yeah, Runosuke.
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 Naruhadu.
No, Hada.
Hayudo?
Hoodoo. I don't know, doesn't matter. That's me, I'm prosecutor Ouchie, yeah? Yeah, Ouchie.
Prosecutor Ouchie. Have you managed to sub Fiona?
Subpune.
Subpona?
Subpona.
Sub
Subpona, yeah.
Yeah.
witness? These words, eh?
Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government.
Sorry.
Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. If nothing, it's nothing to worry about.
It's highly unlikely that the good relations we forged with Great Britain will emerge from the trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down our nation's founders?
Again, terribly sorry.
If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. If you really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke.
What do you mean?
Oh, that was a bit rough. A secret trial, an anxiety over some foreign government's opinion, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is that what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England?
Shut up! Shut up! You jumped up, rookie boy! You and your friend know nothing! Nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in! By aligning ourselves with the great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure futures.
Renus was like, oh.
I wouldn't deny that I'm not an expert. I'm just a student. And one who could arguably study harder too. But standing here now in the Supreme Court, there's one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that falls to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all.
Well said, Ryunosuke, despite that wide-eyed look of terror.
You little brats!
Thank you, counsel.
It's not, I don't think it's council. I think it's consul, isn't it?
Console.
Consul.
Console.
Or is that council?
The council would be the people watching.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the pursuance of truth. With that in mind, trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Giselle Brett.
Yes! Your Excellency!
Oh my dear lordy.
Right, what?
Oh my god.
Well, what a delight it is to welcome our fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land.
Tea. Someone bring English tea. In England, no discussions take place without tea.
Is that true?
No idea.
So,
Sorry.
could we possibly trouble you to state your name, occupation for the court?
Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga.
Hosonaga.
I've been working undercover as a head waiter.
Yes, we know all about you already.
Oh, shit.
Are you eating, Nathaniel?
Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first.
Is that true?
No idea. No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the only thing you're sure of.
Oh, yes. I think I didn't I?
Yet your description of this amazing sight was simply a woman. Sorry, Ranosuke, but powers of observation aside, your power of description are sorely lacking.
Guilty.
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
Oh, hello.
Take the mask off.
Don't fucking do this.
Speak without the accent, please.
Yeah, please. I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but what?
Oh no.
The lady
The
says,
lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in Yami University Medical Facility.
doesn't look like she's.
What a rare treat to hear the dialect tone of the delightful language of the British people. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird's song.
As far as I could tell, the detective is translating her words faithfully enough.
Yes, I agree. You obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it?
Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention to your English classes, Ranosuke.
The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you, something, Miss Britt. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called La Carnival, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct?
I bet she's gonna get so mad at one point and just start speaking.
Yeah, she will.
She says yes. Okay.
She says yes.
There's a lot more than just yes.
Yeah, I know, right?
This could take some time.
Well, that's Renosuke's voice you're supposed to speak in.
Oh, this could take some time.
So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese.
She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that blah, blah, blah. She said she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. Doesn't matter.
Bullshit!
Or after he got shot.
No, this is after he got shot, and then she got rushed out of the. Interesting. When you're the only one, when you're the one who engineered her escape. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I was following special orders from the Brewer Cat.
Bureau. The Bureau.
Bureau. Sorry.
Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind to cast your eyes over this photographic print?
Sorry?
Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your repleasant eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps?
It was very funny. A sorrowful sight.
Question.
Yep.
Do you mean to say...
What question? Say the question before we continue.
Do you mean to say...
What was the question you wanted to say, Nathaniel?
Oh, no,
Oh.
remember.
Okay.
Yes, it would appear the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused standing right here in the courtroom shot the victim in cold blood.
I don't think it's her.
As the investigator.
Order in the court!
Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolute conclusive witness statement.
Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. Tonk.
Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you
I
described.
like how we're doing this and they're going off what she is saying as like evidence when she's one of the suspects.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. I'm grunting at sorrow sight. I arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself a beefsteak. What type of cut?
We don't. It doesn't matter. This...
What type of cut?
Look at the picture of him when he's dead.
After a while,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Nathaniel doesn't.
accused-
Sorry, Nathaniel doesn't know the evidence yet. Okay, so here's the post-mortem report.
Huh?
Okay,
Mhm.
here's the photo. We got a magnifying
There
print.
is a steak.
Yeah, we know it's a beefsteak, dude. But Ian's asking what cut it was. And then we got the business card. So apparently, here's the kitchen. That's the entrance. Here's where the dude died.
and the other side is just a
Oh yeah,
is just the detective's business card.
yeah. And that's the plate.
Hang on, hang on.
What?
She said she ordered the steak,
Yeah, she did.
but yet the man was sitting on this chair. He
Yeah,
was
we
the one
know.
who ate the steak.
Wait, hold up.
No, we
Oh,
already
fuck.
conceded this.
Yeah,
I
holy
said this
shit.
yesterday.
Oh, not yesterday. The last time we played, eh?
Yeah, last time we played, I mentioned this. But
But hang on, but the steak doesn't look like it's been eaten on that angle.
Anyway, continue. Go, because on the next
Oh,
thing
yeah.
it
wine-
shows
the
that
wine
he
glass
can't
as
hit.
well.
It
Wine
shows that he
glass?
can't hit.
Oh, it's empty. It's empty?
No, it's full.
Empty. That has drink in it. Anyway,
And that's empty.
the other one is saying that he went to the dentist, so he
Yeah,
couldn't
so he
eat.
couldn't eat or drink because he just had a tooth removed.
Don't worry, I thought the same thing as well.
Okay, so after a while.
After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor. They got into a fierce argument. And not long afterwards, the accusation took the professor's gun
Accused.
and shot him right before my eyes. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit.
But proof. Can we have proof that you don't?
What's the proof?
Yeah. And you're wearing gloves, so either way.
Yes! This is a condemning. No,
No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Objection! Objection! Quiet, you filthy wretch! Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard! And what? Look at this white, this Snow White angel! I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe!
Huh? You're still making the same mistakes, Renusuke. You mustn't blurt out what you're, when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn.
But he's so annoying.
Alright.
Of course I was at the scene as well. I took statements from the lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the bureau.
Bureau.
It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go.
That cocky smile. You see that? That smug as shit smile she has.
Yeah.
It's definitely her.
The testimonies of the last two survivors. Fragility? Thank you for the follow. Fragilities. Yeah.
Fragility.
How do you know? Are you on there? Are you watching as well? Oh. The testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless. However...
Sorry. No, what was it? Well, even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today.
And meaning?
Give me a
Her hat.
second.
Look at that. It's
Yeah,
oversized.
I was gonna say. Well, not even just the hat. She has a tail as well. Like,
Okay. As you can see, there is somewhere about.
Nowhere.
nowhere, dude.
I'm sorry, I'm putting the time down for editing. There is
Okay, sorry.
nowhere where about her person where she could conceal a firearm. Hat, but
Yeah, I know, right? In a breast.
I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to.
Yeah, I know, right?
Until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden a weapon can be shown. This is moot.
There is no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun.
Strip searcher.
Those are the witness's words on the matter. This is ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could prove it.
Yeah, to be honest, she could have it in her
Yeah.
stocking or whatever. Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryunosuke.
But I didn't fire the gun. I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day.
And then we're gonna get 2 guns, and then we have to get the bullet. Then we have to read the bullet. Ah.
Yeah. I doubt we have the technology to do that.
Yeah, I know, right? You were right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to do. We have to prove now. And to do so, we need to pull her testimony apart.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Oh, yes, Your Excellency.
Alright, let's go. Do I press here?
Just press.
Yes!
After 2 a pen, in fact. It was really quite late lunch, isn't it?
Objection! You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are en vogue. Isn't that right? In vogue?
En vogue? Oh, I don't know. Please help.
No.
No. No.
Ugh!
A decisive English no has quite a sting to it.
Agent Winter is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparent a daily occurrence that they would lunch together.
That's a weird sentence. They would lunch together.
Yeah, no. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first.
Yes, which can be proven by the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. That is right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late.
Yes. That all makes perfect sense.
Such wonderful logic! What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is!
So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next?
Yep.
That's it?
Even though there was wine. He was unable to eat, you say? It's because he just had a tooth removed at the Hodder clinic, correct? That is right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering.
Was Miss Brett aware of the fact?
Indeed. It seems so, yes. She heard that the person was have a dental treatment. So that would mean that it was you who ate the same picture here. Is that right, Miss? What was the cut? That's right, yes.
Can we, like, bring up an evidence or not yet?
What, can we present
Well-
something?
Yeah.
What would you...
we would have to do it after, but what do you want to present?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say the other picture where he's slumped on the table.
But
Yeah,
where
the
would you
steak's right
present
there.
that?
When she says that she ate the steak, she said yes, and then we'll either
Yeah,
present
it-
it
Yeah,
then,
but we'll
or
go
when
through
she-
the rest
Yes,
of it.
right.
We'll go through the rest of them. We'll have a chat
The
with the
point that you
dude.
have shown to the table exactly as it is was left after the horrifying event.
Yeah.
Exactly as it was left. Dear me.
Right! Dear me! What a harrowing experience! To have travelled to a distant island on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident.
She paused for a bit.
Have no fear, my dear lady! I swear I'll crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight!
No.
So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all.
Other than carbonated water.
Thank you for the evidence.
Just water?
the wine glass full.
Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appeared that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each.
Can we have a look at that picture? I don't know, man.
I
What would
don't know, he seems kind of sus to me.
But then again, that wine glass.
Where's the
looks
other
like-
glass? They each rated a glass of carbonated water.
What do you think, Roniske, about the witness's last statement?
Yeah, there's only
Very-
one glass on the table.
That's what I just said.
Oh fuck, Ian. I'm sorry, man.
It has a profound bearing on this case.
Well, how fascinating! Do tell, what is this profound bearing,
He's gonna be like.
Yeah. The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony.
Well sidestepped, Consul!
Or counsel?
Very well, Miss Britt. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony.
God damn. Kazuma is just like, setting her up so she'd fall.
Exactly, she said. Brett. That's brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one.
Which one?
Significance will be apparently when the time is right. I could really use that phrase.
Oh, he's like, oh my god. I'd hoped there was more useful tip that you were picking up from this experience than that, Roniske.
Just a disappointment. Said cheers over a
I
glass
ordered
of
a
carbonate.
beef steak for my
Yes!
Yep.
So both of you and the professor drank this carbonated water, did you? Clearly remember doing so. Except you're an actual detective.
The beefsteak, that was for you, Miss Brett.
I feel like we've already went through this. Like,
I don't know. The lady said, oh yeah.
The lady said it's not she'd heard it was not customary to eat beefsteaks here until Japan opened its doors to the world. Yes, that is true. Yeah, fuck! What a frightening place, in a lady's opinion.
we're not eating beef.
And I've heard it's not customary to eat somewhere.
But it's
in Great
Roniske's
Britain
voice
now.
you're supposed to do it in. Oh, whatever.
It's the thinking voice,
Oh, you're thinking voice, sorry.
where it's
I forgot.
kind of dead.
Every custom has its own cuisine, and as long as people have food to eat, what does it matter what it is?
Come to think of it. First time I tried carbonated water was much more of a shock than the first time I tried beef.
True.
But anyway, back to the witness statement. Somehow I feel like there's something out of place in what she's saying.
We need to pounce on even the slightest thing now. Because you know nothing. Because you never know what might lead us to our goal. Our goal of turning this trial around.
Okay, is there... Can you zoom in on, like, the water or something and it would say, like, evidence of one water or...
Oh, fuck.
Look at the
sorry.
court records now. Oh,
I pressed
and
the
I
wrong-
did. When I noticed him, he was to go over to say hello. Please don't get angry with me. No, I wasn't directing or retort at you. It was meant for the lady next to you.
Right, so you wanted,
Well, okay, I just wanted to see if you zoomed in, it would make something for that. Did she, you know what?
What?
Confirm she drank from the vase. Anyway, continue.
Oh. Oh.
Yep. But anyway, as I said, I did not argue with the professor.
It's all that he said, she said. Like, bruh.
I'm afraid your words are in vain. Sorry? Miss Brett does not appear to speak Japanese.
No, of course not. Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway.
Bruh.
English is the future. We must all Serpico Inagashu.
What? I wonder if the prosecution will feel that way forever, or only in the presence of a beautiful woman,
Well, a beautiful woman is telling a blatant lie with a complete straight face. I have to find something that will unravel her testimony, no matter how seemingly insufficient.
Insignificant it is.
Anyway, after the argument, though, could you briefly return to their own seat?
That part ties with what you said, doesn't it?
Yes. I still had some coffee to drink. I still had some coffee to drink.
And the next time you got up after that.
Was when I finished my coffee and stood up to leave.
I guess we'll press everything, right?
Yeah, might as well. Like I said, I did not shoot the gun.
And like I said, there's no point repeating the assertion over and over.
I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own side.
Nevertheless, defendant, you can't deny that when the shot rang out in the restaurant, you had the gun in your hand.
Well, yes, that's true, but all I did was pick up the gun I saw on the floor next to the professor as I was leaving the restaurant.
I mean, this could easily be rectified to just check to see if his gun even had bullets in it.
Yeah, I know, right? Where's the evidence as the gun?
Yeah, I know.
In fact, yes. There was someone much closer to the victim than me at the time. The highly suspicious lady.
That will do, you rotten scoundrel!
Dirty?
Your baseless accusations could very well cause an international incident, boy!
Shut the hell up, Nathaniel. You're not the one who has to try doing that in a voice. It seems to me that your accusation is just as baseless as yours. Your accusation is as baseless as ours.
Tis ha ha! Hun hun! What nonsense!
The lady is merely stating what she saw. This is a real interrogation, isn't it? As far as I'm concerned, anyway.
Alrighty. One last statement. I don't care where else he couldn't have been.
Yes, what?
It's all very well saying, but can you prove it?
Ooh. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, man.
Oh, absolutely, I verified it personally.
Oh, nice touch.
You verified it? Yes. Immediately after the incident, I checked to make sure the lady was not carrying a weapon. I distinctly remember saying, her
Missing.
saying, "I'm not."
Not what?
That's...
Carrying a
that-
weapon.
That's all you did. You just asked her.
Surely you carried out a physical search, Inspector.
No. Why on earth not?
The Honourable English gentlewoman clearly stated that she did not possess a weapon. There was obviously no need for any further probing into the matter.
Further need for probing.
Or there was no permission given for any further probing into the matter, perhaps?
Think what you will, but if you're going to continue with this preposterous claim that the refined lady was concealing a firearm, the prosecution demands that you supply assertion with facts.
In other words, he wants evidence.
No.
The lady wishes to point out the cause she wanted to stay and assert with the assist. She wanted to stay and assist with the evidence.
Should I take
That's
over one of
Investigate
the
Sue.
guys then?
Fuck.
What was that,
Should I
Nathaniel?
take over one of these guys because there's like 3 of them.
What guys?
One of these
Who do you want?
characters because like I only get the judge
Oh,
Who do you want?
now.
do you...
Well, it's just because it's the witness testimony, because
do
the
you-
judge will come back in later. So,
Yeah.
would you? Is there someone you want to be?
I'll probably be. Probably
Actually, do you want? Do you want to be the pain-looking ass person?
which one's that? This guy?
No, pain.
Where is Pain?
The Ronisco.
The, the prosecutor.
Oh,
The
ouchie.
one that Steve was being.
Yeah, bro, he looks like pain.
Oh, yeah, Pain from... Yeah.
No, he reminds me of the first thing he battled.
Yeah, Pain
Yeah,
from Phoenix
Pain.
Wright.
Pain.
Oh, I thought... Who was the other judge? The end judge? The guy who shot Edgeworth or something? The
What
guy
a-
who got shot by Edgeworth?
I don't know.
Actually, that might be pain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Pain. This
Oh,
is
who
like-
cares? Let's go. But she did not hurry to give a presentation at the university. Show she was compelled to leave.
Not to mention the fact that your office had told you to get the woman out of there.
Oh.
Not to get her out of there. I just argued her
Urged.
to leave. Urged her to leave. That he would like to point out that she is no way meant to run away from the scene of the crime. Which is why she is only too happy to cooperate and testify here in court today, of course.
There you go, Nathaniel. Good luck.
Gee, man, I love your voice.
Nah, you gotta try it now.
Unlike a certain student who refuses to admit when the game is up.
That's pretty close, Nathaniel.
You could at least have the courtesy to pay attention when I'm goading you.
Just try not to go too hard, Nathaniel, because it will hurt your throat.
It's
so
already
she,
hurting him.
yeah.
I'm hurting
So
my
sh-
inside, man.
So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor, at the end of which you shot him.
Which is an out and out, totally unfounded lie. Oops.
Oh, okay. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young, and beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain.
I actually sense that
In
you
stark
are-
contrast to you, dressed from head to toe in a dull black school uniform.
It's exactly the same way as you are, except you're flapping a red ribbon.
Yeah, how are they flapping?
Yeah, the second time that he's brought it up. Well, anyway, this is the only chance to expose her testimony as the fiction that it is. If we can't do that, the trial's over. Even you, with your thick skin, must be able to feel the murderous look you're getting from around the room.
Well, only too well. I feel half dead already. And the fact that I can't even single inconsistently.
Inconsistency.
I can't see a single inconsistency in her testimony. Isn't making me feel any better either.
I like how he picked out about like 7
The first thing
inconsistencies,
is
and he's
to-
like, "Oh, I can't feel anything.
The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements that seem very slightly, or that seem even slightly off to you. Shut the hell up, Nathaniel. Do that, and an opening will present itself. I promise you.
I need to expose the true face of the exotic foreigner that's hiding behind the mask.
Yeah, I'd like to see what her face looks like as well.
I know, right?
Got a massive pimple on her forehead.
Oh, now we're back to the start.
Okay, so the evidence that just got added came over the. Okay, the one was the one before. I ordered a beefsteak with myself and Professor and I. Cheers over a glass of carbonated water. Okay.
Now hold up, there should be a... No, she added... let's present... Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one. She added this one.
Where did she
No,
add?
no,
Did
this-
it get
that
added?
one. Do the last one.
I said again and skip all the way through to see if one gets added at the end.
No, it's added here, right here.
This one, when she said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. What's that?
This is a medical report. Okay, back. It's not this. Being promoted by eating and drinking anything but water. Like something was meant to be added to the thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's what
this
was added
one.
there.
This is
They
her
added it.
testimony. This is all she
They're
said.
adding this to the testimony.
The medical card. They updated the medical card. Because
That's-
they've changed it from from eating and drinking to only drinking water.
That's silly. Anyway, it
So I
would
think
be,
it's this
if it's
picture.
Cheers, it would be the picture, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Come on, if he doesn't say anything about 2 glasses, I'm gonna.
That's it. Okay, can we please have the music back on?
Oh,
Because this is
sorry.
meant to be an intense moment.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let me just confirm something, please. It's in this photograph print.
We're back.
You drink from the vase.
Mr. Soraigo, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. Is that it was exactly as it was left.
Oh ho, you dumb bitch.
You're going
That
down.
is correct, the lady says.
I like how he looks around.
Well, that's it. It's odd. Very odd.
Dear me, what's odd is the defense's inability to express itself.
I like how he gets shut down all the time.
Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you?
Well, obviously, it's the cheers.
Ah! Oh yeah.
Bruh, like,
Cheers?
Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But in true fact, there should be 2 glasses of water on the table, not 1.
you're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Objection!
I'll take over.
Objection!
I'll take back over
Are we
Nathaniel if you want.
supposed to be
Oh.
impressed by this nitpicking over miniatures?
something?
Manichis. Yeah, I don't know.
What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on this case?
Objection!
Minute or whatever, Manichi or Taya Yataha. You say? I'm saying minute. Could it be that detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence?
Of course not. I would never do something so reckless.
Why is he looking to the side?
There should have been 2 glasses at the table. Or are you going to try and tell me you can clink with only one?
Use the vase. Get it right, mate.
You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table.
She took hers with her, apparently, I reckon.
Inspector, what did the lady say?
It would
Yeah.
seem that was Miss Brett who took to the glass from the table that night. What? It was oh so terrifying when it happened. I panicked and I thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there. No! No!
Good gracious! Oh, she hits us with that smirk.
There it is.
Sorry.
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 Sorry. Sorry.
As I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's lunchroom companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or two in a
But
state
she
of
couldn't have.
disarray?
Because she just
Like,
said
bro,
that she
where
doesn't
would
have
you
any
put it?
pockets. Yeah.
Yeah. That's absurd.
Oh, really? So do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief?
Yes.
What? No. This can't be put down to mischief.
Oh, fucking no, right?
I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene.
I put it in my pocket.
You should probably fucking say that.
There we go.
There it is. So can we go back to the statement where you said you couldn't have carried a firearm?
It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag when she was carrying.
A handbag, you said.
Yes, Your Excellency, a small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in America. Fuck, England.
Listen,
So, the beautiful lady very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case.
au contraire, my dude.
This student has been trying to confuse the court with
Logical reasoning?
Yep.
Alright.
but in the end, it comes to nothing. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time here today already.
Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed the glass. I think henceforth, we consider the matter to have no bearing on the case.
Objection.
So, for for the defense. Are you in agreement?
No.
Oh, sorry, I skipped past. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show it has some deeper significance.
Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. The deepest significance there is the handbag.
Oh.
Wait! The lady put the glass in the handbag, you said?
Yes, do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags, small items.
Let me see. A while ago, Miss Perry said she stated the following. There's no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun.
Bro. Get. Everyone's gonna go get.
What she forgot to mention was her handbag.
Why is there a delay in the slap?
In
Yeah, I don't
which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun.
You're right.
Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too.
What are you insinuating? You vile blackguard!
It's a vile Nathaniel. It's really simple. No, it's really very simple. The gunshot we heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire the gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will.
You can't seriously be suggesting...
Inspector Hosorg.
Snug.
Yes. Did you or did you not search Giselle's Brett's handbag on the day of the murder?
Of course not.
No, sir. I did not.
That was a sir, huh?
In other words, another gun. The one that was actually used to kill the professor. Could have been hiding in Mrs. Brett's handbag. Miss Brett.
Order! Order! Order!
What is the meaning of this, Inspector?
The meaning of what, Professor Uachi? I'm sorry.
Like,
Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your
Bungling.
incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations.
Oh, fuck.
accusations.
Accusations.
Fuck up, no,
Kinda
no,
hard
no,
to
come
say
on.
that in that voice.
Yeah, yeah.
Accusations!
Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask.
You think so, Kazuma?
There you go, he's dying again.
Bro, what?
Yeah, he does that a lot. I'm very sorry for the situation. Clearly, you have no faith in the
Of course,
police.
if you have to put up with people like you who didn't... Bro, that's not...
As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary.
Okay. Why was it unnecessary? Tell me.
Necessary in what way? You ought to thank me, student lawyer, really.
What? No, you read that wrong. But I ought to thank the
Oh, you-
student lord,
oh.
not
I
you
ought to
should.
thank.
Yeah.
I ought to thank the student lawyer, really.
Oh, blood on his...
I have a piece of evidence here that I completely forgot about.
This can't be
Forgotten
allowed.
about.
That's illegal.
And look, this proves that the lady was there. Wow. This photograph print.
Oh, what's that on his arm?
Ooh,
Yep, a bull. This print is a
you
photograph.
see the glass right there.
Yep.
But
I
then-
thought it would be prudent to take immediate
Prudent.
after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag.
But then what? This is I don't get. Why she stuffed the glass when she got a handbag? Like, bruh. Well, I never. You can see right through to what's inside. There's the second glass.
Can we see the handbag, please?
Yeah, physically.
That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in
Nah,
London
bullshit. She got
at
that.
the moment.
She got that just for this. She planned it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So the contents are clearly visible. She needed no fucking ass.
Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag.
There's a gun hiding in her hat. I swear to you.
If there had been a gun inside it, I would have been immediately. I would have been immediately obvious.
It would have been immediately obvious.
As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Bennett guilty at all.
Hmm.
Guilt at all.
Guiltier.
Smile.
Thank you for helping to provide that, Naruto-san.
Order! Order! Inspector Hosnaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Be slapped.
Evidently, Your Excellency.
We need to have a closer look at this picture. We haven't had enough time to cross-examine. What? Can we like view all pictures, like all the 3 pictures? Side, and then just directly side. Then where's the third table? Where's the third chair?
Yeah, this. Hang on. It says the chair is next to him. Oh, it could very well be there, but then on this chair, yeah, there is no.
It's just because I'm just assuming it's just because of the way photos are the images are made in this game. I'm assuming that's us being a little bit nitpicky.
But like, bro,
Bruh,
Yeah,
that,
I know,
but it does
I
look like.
know.
No, but even. But there could as well, very well have been. So if he's sitting here, she's sitting there, there should be 2 other chairs.
yeah, no, yeah, the bag was up top.
No, she was sitting here, he was sitting here.
Yeah, and the
Bag should be
top one.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but let's just continue.
How was that enough time to cross-examine? They went off on a tangent. The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance. I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this, and I must make my rule. Indeed, there is only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of this crime. Resurrection.
No. just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around.
I think all Phoenix Wright games start off like this, hey?
Yeah.
Where you're like, accused of doing something.
Not the
No.
first one. The first one the first one it was
You're the
Larry Butts, wasn't it?
Yeah, Larry Butt's accused of killing his
girlfriend.
girlfriend, and then it was you
The worst
accused
situation that I was at the start. Yeah, and it was then you
you accused
also,
of killing your boss.
The
Wasn't it?
spiritual Girl.
Yep.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't
Oh,
you.
no,
No,
it was
the younger
her
sister.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then the next one was the samurai. Kazuma?
I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. Now that the examination of the witness is over, there is no way to force the trial to continue.
What do you mean? This is it?
Huh?
No, you've got the tiss.
I did. Tis. Ha ha. I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student. But the weak are me, why the strong eat. You are wasting your time. There is no way you to defeat true justice of a pretty face. In fact, you can chew on to your heart's content from the inside of your cell.
This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit?
Oh, welcome to the family.
Kazuma. Your dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers.
Oh, sorry.
What?
What?
Is there really no chance now to turn the trial around?
You heard the judge. There's nothing about the last photograph the detective produced that we can contest. Oh, which means there is no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue.
There is the chairs. Very well. No. Well, I will now proceed immediately to the. It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all.
That smug little.
Runosuke Naruto.
Yes!
Wait! Your Excellency!
Ryunosuke?
I don't think you can rule this case just yet.
Objection!
Objection! This amateurness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom.
Yes!
Yes! Your Excellency, just a moment ago, you said this. As the photograph printed just submitted appears to have no further significance. There's no longer any room for debate in this matter. And I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there's problems with the evidence, something in its detail I mean, and ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question.
Objection!
Objection! This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with the evidence.
You'd better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke.
I understand your objection, Counsel. Certainly, this new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny.
I thought exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes.
Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photo that just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it.
Very well. Grant the defense one final opportunity.
What?
But be warned, I am unsatisfied by your response. Here, the trial will be over with immediate effect. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Excellency.
What's the save button?
So, take another look at the photograph, Prince Inspector. Where is the print? We can see significant details of what upset.
Obviously, the tattoo. With the tattoo.
Yes!
Look at this, here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist.
That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description.
Objection!
Oh,
Dear me, I was pondering what the new piffle you would come up with. Burn, you say, on the victim's wrist. Clearly, that has nothing to do whatsoever with the significance.
Magnificent. Has whatsoever to. Yeah. No, look at the bag again, because I think the ball was on the top
Yes,
of the bag.
that is the burn match, you're right.
Check on the table. Anything with a ball.
Yep,
There.
right there.
His plate.
Yeah. Should we put his hand on it? You're right. Go on, Inspector. As I noticed it was, he must perform the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report.
What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we?
we do though.
And no possible way of knowing either.
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as prosecutor, Uchi points out, oh, you can go too fast, Steve.
You're not
Cannot
quick
allow
enough.
Any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn.
Objection.
She's cracking.
Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Mr. has lunch appointment with the other university staff. She may be asked if she would be excused from the stand now.
Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold up you any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway.
What's your thinking on this, Ryanosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case? To be honest, oh sorry.
To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. So I was thinking I could keep digging and digging and in hope I might uncover something useful.
Well, that's what Phoenix Wright games are all about. Just keep digging and digging.
Yes, you're right.
I am?
If we can just link that burn to the case, if we can do that,
Done it.
then we might be able to pry this shutting door back open again.
Give up, Council. You can't possibly hope to do that.
How do they hear us right here?
You're not too far
I'm
away.
afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little than a
Conjecture. But if we had evidence,
We got it.
evidence that's irrefutably linked to the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it.
I would, yes.
To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed the burn, but as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Mrs. Brett's face.
Already looks pale as anything.
Yeah.
Really? Yep, I have to find a link between the burn and the case.
Too easy. Submit picture.
It's the moment of truth. Having evidence that proves that what the burn really means.
So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court.
Yep.
The evidence that demonstrates an
Yes!
connection between. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
What's this, Consul? Yet another print?
Yes, Your Excellency. I believe the fingerprints are an amazing invention. When we humans took a look at the scene, we missed things. But in the photograph, there's things that we overlooked at the time of the records for more.
I've recorded furthermore. Forevermore, sorry.
Hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further would be really quite inexcusable.
Actually, you may need you to stay with us a little bit longer, if you don't mind, Miss Brett. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusual shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How?
Objection!
Objection!
I fool me with your little bluffs, boy! If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is in this photograph that explains
You got burn.
Yes!
It's
steak!
Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was covered on.
Served on.
Served on, sorry.
The plate.
Your Excellency! Your Excellency! Are you alright?
Just had an orgasm. Ah, it's cooked medium rare.
Ah. As you can see, this emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark for Le Carnival.
Well, if it is, then how come the dude didn't know about it? The
Ugh. Emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn.
I like. As soon as we saw that burn, we were like, let's check the table.
Oh, the exact same shit. Yeah.
That's why we should definitely do
Ronosuke, you genius.
escape the room challenge again.
You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered the burn while he was present in the restaurant.
Objection! But even if that's the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before or the day before that.
Hmm?
Objection. Sadly, Prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim.
Thanks.
Why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga?
Can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster. Certainly. I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that is very... That wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the vents just pointed out. That's no mild burn.
But for sure. So,
Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, you see... I found out that would have taken around 3 seconds.
It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then.
yep.
I've been investigating the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all.
Shot then touched them.
To witness her as the head waiter at the El Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation.
But you're a detective, not a waiter.
Look how tall he is.
There you have it! Something isn't right here! As the detective said! Anyone who has burnt themselves on a pile of hot plates for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain! There's no questions of that.
And yet, Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on that day, or any before it.
That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either.
What are you suggesting?
Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for something like 3 seconds that day,
That would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel.
and the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, and the surrogate, and the old...
Antique stealer.
Yeah, the sergeant and the old antique dealer, all of us would have heard without a question. Would have heard the scream. Wouldn't you agree, prosecutor?
Oh, gee.
Well, yes, I suppose.
But the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream?
And why did he die so quickly? He wasn't shot in the heart, he was shot in the right side.
Yeah.
I almost didn't believe it. Rhino escaped. Do you think...
You think what? I don't know what I'm thinking.
yeah.
Can it really be true? We never dreamt to arrive to a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe
I don't know what straws he's
the gun went off in him. We've been led into a terrible trap. Imagine the gun went off in his pocket.
Yeah.
There's only one explanation I can think that makes of this apparently impossibility.
to make sense of this apparent impossibility.
Yeah, like why do they spin the chair around? Wouldn't he have died?
I question, when he
Yeah.
suffered the burn to the wrist, Dr. Wilson.
Deceased, I reckon it's that one.
Yeah. No man could remain silent with his wrist. Was burning for a piping hot plate for a whole 3 seconds. You want to test that theory? Because that was just a bet.
Mm.
It's clearly impossible apart from any particular situation.
One. Counsel, are you suggesting? I love it when you get these type of situations wrong, and they're like,
Yes. It's only possible if the man was already dead.
Already? Dead?
Mm.
I like to think she pushed it in front of that guy. Like, bro.
Knowing that you know now, it's the only possible explanation. And she took his glass, not hers, because it was poisoned.
Oh my god, bro. I think
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck.
bullseye, man.
And the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day. The professor was already dead.
That's madness!
No, but you said hi to him.
Order, no, order. Please, counsel, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot.
That's right! That's absolutely right, Your Excellency! This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the fact.
Objection! No, Prosecutor Ouchie. It is you who has no grasp of the facts.
I beg your pardon?
As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered the burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from the witness again. If it is true, if it is true, as we now believe that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brent knows something about it. Brent? No, sorry.
I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of... I'm sorry to say, Miss Brent, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement.
Yeah, hold up. Did I turn you down, Nathaniel? No, yeah.
That you will have to forget your luncheon engagement.
But, Your Excellency!
Justice in our country may be in its infant. But rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment.
Judge is the same judge.
I'm his ancestor.
No, he's immortal.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Here. Kraken.
What's that smile? Yes, of course. Oh wait, I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps relations between my country and your relations between my country and yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Brent, you speak Japanese?
Never said I couldn't.
Well, of course I do. I'm studying your country after all.
Then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now?
My mother's tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world.
I mean, I could take over one of your characters, Ian. You're doing 3 now, and I'm only doing 1. Nathaniel's doing 2.
Do you want to do Missy here?
No.
Do you want to do British? The British guy. Good old British man here. Good old investigator.
My mother's tongue, the English language.
I guess I'll try, yeah.
My mother's tongue.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck.
Sorry,
As
I'll
a
bring up...
gentleman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tone
Oh,
as much as possible.
oof. Racist.
But it seems the men in this land possess none of the
Chivalrous
chivalrous
virtues.
virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your level. Fucking scalding water, this fucking hurts.
Yeah, I know, right?
You are the epitome.
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 Epitome. Oh no, epitome. Yeah, epitome. Yeah, epitome.
You are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you have so graciously afforded us.
You shrimp!
I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson.
Oops, sorry. So we're finally going to hear her own words on this matter. Things are getting interesting. Ryanovsky. Let's go, witness testimony time.
The victim's death. Fuck me.
Unfortunately, I had no idea that the poor man burnt his wrists like that. And a radar for me, my sake, the professor and I raised our glasses to a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's death can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative technique probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Damn. It's poison.
It's poison.
It's poison.
That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you.
Easy does it. Oh, I'm joking.
Easy does it. Easy does it, Tiger.
Hope this will be the last time I ever have to sully my lips with this coarse tone of unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
Not at all, not at all. It's a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's birth is utterly irrelevant.
I'll be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today.
Minister of Justice?
I think it matters.
Anything about that little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible.
Harsh as possible.
There's Amen.
Amen.
Or Amen, Amen, yeah.
Amen.
Oh, thanks. Is that a prayer then?
Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up a cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that the little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much.
Fuck!
I'm sure that I don't need to remind the council that this will be your final cross-examination. If you fail to demonstrate any problem with this witness testimony, I will be ruling on this case immediately.
But what if we do? What if we do find it, but we don't have another chance to cross-examine, so we still...
I just slapped my face as well, where you can't hear it.
Yeah, I know. Damn.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. Has he got like a scar across his nose?
Yes!
Yes.
That's good. We're just gonna go quickly through this.
But for 3 hours like that. I don't think it's anything or something like that.
Sorry. Ever since I arrived
Ever
in
since
this
I arrived in
country...
the country, it's just now. This is why I don't know back to fuck. You can't. This is not being noticed. You can you? Huh? What? Ah! What fun! You haven't realized.
As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Ramoneske.
Why didn't you tell me?
Do what's in the dreamless, gentlemen? I should have brought her since sounded over and vocal scream. Can you tiny brains imagine such a thing?
Oh, yes! I think my tiny brain... Yes!
Well, I can't.
Anyway.
Yes!
I suspect you're drinking carbonated water. Is that right?
The Wilson was only permitted to drink water, which explains why you ordered the drink. Correct, waiter?
Now he's waiting.
He's going other color. That person's you, Stephen. Remember?
Oh, sorry. But he's not British. But, okay. Let's
He's
go
a waiter.
with...
I don't
he's a
care.
waiter.
Give him Sebastian.
How does Sebastian sound? It was like,
I am simply one hell of
Okay.
a butler.
Whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I had delivered it to the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that.
And you.
Wait on, why damn you? Judge, Okay.
I have enough English to understand that, at least, for the benefit of others in the court, means bless you.
I think it means the exact opposite of that.
Anyway. As far as the preliminary report showed, it is no possible cause of death besides gunshot.
Yeah, it is written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage due to ballistic trauma.
Yes.
Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there are no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate any other cause of death, it can only have been the bullet from your gun that put him.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh, it doesn't make sense. Fuck. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter.
Yes, that's true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that.
As the victim burnt his wrist on a hot plate as soon as it was brought from the kitchen. He must have already been dead at this point.
Yeah, but if he was dead, then how did he burn himself?
He
must have slumped over, Stephen.
And yet, the fact is the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you are able to show the court evidence to approve of this, that is a complete waste of time.
I concur. As prosecutor Ochi is right.
No less has been taken without taking a trace. Please do show me. We are leaving a trace. However, a person's life is taken, there's always a telltale trace of the body.
Quite right, dear lady. And as our police forces thoroughly examine the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga?
As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation.
The physical tracking of those who cause a death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. If heavens forbid, you doubt me, young man. You doubt me, young man. We're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it?
No, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into the question. On my honor, Takatsuchi Hachi will cut down any who dare cast such operations.
Aspirations? I may have killing someone that does leave no trace.
You need some evidence to back us up here.
Yes, evidence. I think I probably wouldn't pick up it anyway.
It's the last one.
Yes!
Might as well. Inferior? What do you mean by that?
In the lands of the government British have the police store everything found in a crime scene for a later examination. But in this country, you investigate one step. That's the end of it, isn't it?
Quite right.
The carnival is open? No. The carnival is open for business, as usual today, just as days after the incident.
Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, further trial evidence may be lost. It doesn't even occur to a native detective to try to perceive the crimes. Preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be tactful about this as you can. You understand?
Hello, this lady is as formidable as she is beautiful.
I'm gonna suckle.
Amazing. He's actually admitting police may be flawed. Perhaps the crossroad actually is finally starting to see sense.
See.
I very much doubt that.
Still, there's something about Miss Ritter just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right.
What do you think, Ronosuke?
I think it's
I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press it, I'm not turning up any new information.
Yes, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over.
I have to find a way. There must be some clue, some way to help us find the chink in her armor. Kazuma.
What, Ronosuke?
There's one thing that I know, something that's been bothering me.
bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett?
Actually, no. The person standing next to her, Inspector.
The detective?
He seemed to react a little strange to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might have significance, if it might present an opening, maybe.
Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on the last statement one more time.
You think so,
But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself. Let's see what we can get out of the detective.
Alright then. I wonder what Kazuma was thinking.
Yes!
Inferior? What do you mean by that? The Great British Empire, the police store. Every found the crime scene, blah, 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 later in the country, investigate, blah, blah, blah. Quite right, kind of exactly. Oh, there we go. Yeah, investigations of different evidence must be lost. Yes, there it is again. The detective reaction is just the same as before. Why?
Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity.
What do you mean?
When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down.
Right. Look at him. He's lost his own thoughts.
It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought.
Sorry, sure?
I'll explain how to do so now, Ranosuke. It all has to do with the witness marker.
What marker? Who's the person at... Oh yeah, go. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Oh,
But by
this is
moving the
from
marker
fucking-
left and right with you can turn your attention to the other person in the stand. Where's it from?
This is from fucking Phoenix Wright ex-Professor Layton.
Oh. If you catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around. Alright then,
Alright then, I should move the marker across with the focus on the detective. And then press A button.
Wait.
Okay, go.
Excuse me.
Excuse me!
Excuse me.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh. So.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts deeply.
It looks like you were thinking about something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say.
If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court.
Objection! What is the meaning? What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful English woman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that how it works?
What's the...
Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness.
Yes. Not to mention the fact that he's involved with immediately involved with the case. Intimately, fuck.
Yeah, well, whatever. Ding.
I'm focused on doing voices and I'm fucking
Inspector
things up.
Yeah, it's all
Ostinaga.
good. Yes.
You have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett?
Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Sorotori Hashoganaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless.
What do you really mean by that?
I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch.
Give me a sec.
I'm not afraid. Not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. Crime scene thief?
Crime scene thief?
Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. Oh, she perked up.
Is that?
This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all its fizziness, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it.
One day, our police force will be amongst the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it.
I'd say I condone the witness's actions, but I do not understand the
Well,
sentiment.
I do.
Oh, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence.
By the way, I have to go do something in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, see, there's enough for two. There's probably enough for 2 drinks in there. So... in foreign language, and I don't recognize it. You know what it says, Kazuma?
I think it's
it's
French.
French. It must be
It-
very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I'm asking.
Go to France and ask.
Just say you don't know.
I actually think this is. Oh. Well.
Poison in the bottle. Why she didn't drink her glass, and why she's got his glass.
Mm. What's that about?
What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when answering the judge's question.
Very well. Consul, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor.
Evil.
Fervor, he was right.
Fervor? What the fuck's a fervor?
It's.
care.
I don't know. There's a perk on Dead by Daylight called. Something fervor. It's like.
Okay,
It's
I have
a.
no idea.
It's a.
Okay, do you mind if we just pause it for a sec? Because I gotta go clean a electric fryer. So just give me like a few minutes. 3 hours, 22 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the time where I'm going.
Yep.
You hear this ASMR, Stephen?
No.
What a shitty headset. What a shitty mic then.
How do I have a shitty mic? What ASMR?
I'm rubbing my stubble all over the mic.
No, it's not that sort of mic, bro.
I can't create ASMR videos. How boring.
What did I miss? Hello?
Yeah, how's it going, mate?
Hello,
What did I miss?
hello. You didn't miss much.
Okay.
So I'll show you what you missed.
Okay. We'll cut the spot out.
Okay. So we know that Dr. Wilson was killed around the time the steak was brought to the table, and by some means that left no physical trace on his body. If we could just demonstrate how it was done.
Well, I do have one idea about that. About how the professor... Blah. Maybe I should just present evidence and see what happens. And this is when we...
But put it where?
There's the postman shows no possible cause of death. Is either that one or the next one?
This one.
Yep, so, yeah, the bottle.
Yes!
What is this?
What's
Oh, wait,
this?
sorry.
The bottle of water?
Ian's getting so excited.
Actually, there's one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind.
Yeah! Why doesn't she change it? Come on, I'm waiting for those Phoenix Wright things.
Obviously, I'm referring to poison.
Poison? No poison?
On the day of death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from the bottle of carbonated water. Could it be
I think it's
that there's poison inside? Yeah, that's what I think. Could it be that the professor actually died from taking a sip from his glass?
Yeah, but she'd be like, no, I drank all mine.
Order! Order! Order!
On that day, who was sitting on the same table as the professor and able to slip poison into his drink? The only person who could possibly have done that is Giselle Brett. It was you.
Objection!
How does she crack?
This is outrageous! Just a thing without a stamp of evidence! Little imbecile! Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have just only signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inklings that your rash accusations
accusations could jeopardize this entire treaty.
Objection!
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to the crime. The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth.
If I may.
Oh, silence your mouth!
Shut up!
There she is.
It is you who would be silent.
Of course. Dear lady!
Where did this come from? She just snapped.
I was waiting for this.
I'm afraid I have spoken unfairly before. I offer my humble apologies.
I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how deep you still investigate the particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not.
You did? Steven.
Oh, sorry. Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time.
I don't believe it.
Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its content.
What did you find, Inspector?
I ordered the tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no traces of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency. Or it could be, the fucking gas or whatever with a different. I mean, that's probably too much to ask. What? Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself.
No!
I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You successfully established my complete innocence in a horrid affair. Thank you.
Of course you did, lady. Pleasure is all ours.
I was so sure.
This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned.
Thank you, Consul. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution has asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who, by his own admission, was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit.
I'm done for.
The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett.
Well, I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before the proceedings, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present?
Yes.
Kazuma?
I think it might be
I'm sorry, Ranosuke. I have nothing more.
Excuse me, ma'am. I really
Nice one, Nathaniel. Huh? Oh, she's here with the evidence! Yes!
Please wait. Isn't that?
What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on the court proceeding, Your Excellency. Socorro Justice Assistant for Defense. To the defense.
Good over. Darkest hour with nowhere left to go. She appears like a bolt of lightning. Is she gonna be our assistant from now on?
Yep.
Please? Carry a small package wrapped in cloth.
Is that it? Is that... Alright, we'll probably stop it here.
Yep. I'll get a thumbnail made for you.
Thank you. And I'll probably start downloading it and doing that and get the editing done. Oh, I should probably cut that from the stream.
Did you not save it?
Did I not?